Murder Drones will be getting its conclusion on the 23rd of August, as you hopefully know. No Season 2, no more episodes, and I highly doubt there will be a spin-off show, season, or any other episodes. Now, originally, this video is going to be about predicting the entire plot for Murder Drones Episode 8, however, I didn't do this for 3 reasons. One being that it's going to be extremely hard to get anything correctly, and that video is probably just going to age like spoiled milk. 2 being that I really just didn't feel like making a video like that, and 3 being that the script for the video didn't really turn out how I'd expected it to. But another reason is that theory would have been too broad. I would have barely gotten anything correct. There were only a few things from that theory I definitely thought were going to happen in episode 8, one of them being that Jay gets an arc and another one being that V comes back. In fact, I am so confident that V will come back in the finale for Murder Drones that if she doesn't, I will change my profile picture for my channel to a drone version of what it normally is. However, instead of talking about V coming back in episode 8, which is just a given fact at this point, I want to talk about something else a little bit more deeper. The fact that N is basically doomed to die in episode 8 of Murder Drones. The structure of the video will go as forth. I will produce one piece of evidence that N will die in episode 8, and then another piece of evidence counteracting that point, or just another piece of evidence saying that N won't die in episode 8. I'll do this cycle a few times and towards the end of the video give my thoughts on why I think N is going to die. First off, we have the famous piece of evidence of the merchandise, more specifically being the glass murals. The theory goes as such. V and Uzi both sacrifice themselves in episodes 6 and 7, giving themselves their own murals. Shown on the Glitch store or the website, there is still one more mural to be made, most likely coming out when episode 8 releases. According to the theory, this will be N's mural, as he will sacrifice himself in episode 8, and with this being the series finale with no more seasons or episodes coming after it, the death will be permanent. I can definitely see this piece of evidence being proven correct, especially since the past 2 characters who were given murals are 2 main characters. This means that Jay will most likely not be the missing mural, considering that she is not really a main character at this point, even though she should. Go check out my video about that. The next piece of evidence that is against the idea of N dying in the series finale of Murder Drones is that he is too marketable of a character, meaning that he will not be killed off. This was talked about in a live stream I did with other Murder Drones YouTubers, but the basic gist of it was that Glitch Productions wouldn't allow N to die, considering that he probably makes the most money out of any of the cast, at least merchandise-wise. Now, I can definitely see this being a possibility. After all, any indie show's main source of income comes from its merch, and with more digital circus content coming out soon, along with the Gaslight District at some point, it would make sense that Glitch would try to get as much money out of Murder Drones as possible so they can put it towards their future products. Now, by no means am I saying that Glitch Productions only looks at Murder Drones as a chance to make money. I genuinely think they have passion for the show. I'm just saying that it would be a smart marketable deal or move to keep one of the favorite characters in the fandom alive so they can make as much money off of them in merchandise as possible. The next piece of evidence being that N will die in episode 8 of Murder Drones, considering that Liam isn't afraid of killing off major characters in some of his past projects. I myself have gone through hell trying to find all of Liam Vickers' old work, such as his SSDWL stuff. With the help of a friend of mine, I made my way through basically the entire channel of Liam Vickers animation, along with Design Black Dogs and Yellow Halogen on the SSDWL channel. The stories that Liam Vickers made on his SSDWL channel really shows his raw writing at work. I can tell you that Liam Vickers is not afraid of killing off major characters or ending a story at a bad ending. More on that later. I would give you an example of Liam Vickers killing off a major character in one of his stories from SSDWL, but I already know that 80% of my audience right now hasn't watched any of his Scary Story Time with Liam stories, and I'd hate to spoil any of them for you, considering that they are really good watches and you should definitely go check them out. The basic gist of the theory is that Liam Vickers, according to his past work, is not afraid of killing off major characters, whether that be in the middle or end of his stories. This being especially shown in design. However, this next piece of evidence may contradict this. Glitch Productions may not allow Liam to end the story on a really bad note, such as N dying. I can tell myself that Glitch Productions has probably held back Liam Vickers a lot, considering that his old stuff really shows how good of a writer he is, and Murder Drones, I can tell, is really holding him back. Now, I'm not saying that Murder Drones is a bad TV show. Hell, I've based half of my channel around it. I'm just saying that some aspects of Liam Vickers' old stuff have been left out of Murder Drones purposefully, considering that they may be a bit too dark or are just straight up not allowed on YouTube. Now, I can definitely see that Glitch Productions have been holding Liam Vickers' writing back, considering that if he were to direct his own show and get it animated, it probably shouldn't be on YouTube, considering it would probably get taken down, along with being way darker than what Murder Drones is right now. So there might be a little bit of evidence that Glitch Productions is holding Liam Vickers back, which is the reason why N may not die, considering that might be a little bit too dark, at least for Uzi's character or the entire show. Now, if you're not as dull as a spaghetti noodle, you will notice that this piece of evidence is flat out wrong and incorrect. Sure, Glitch Productions may have been holding back Liam's writing a little bit, but that doesn't mean that Liam won't kill off N in the finale for Murder Drones. Killing off N in Murder Drones doesn't exactly guarantee a bad ending. If anything, it will probably guarantee a melancholy ending, which Glitch Productions has done done before in Meta Runners. Spoilers ahead for Meta Runners, skip ahead like 10 seconds. The ending of Meta Runners goes as follows. The main character, who is kind of like a half computer thing, ends up trapping themselves in a sort of server with another computer person thing. This means that they can never see their friends again or interact with the outside world ever again, but they save their friends. Now let me remind you that the people who directed the show are Luke and Kevin. Don't ask me to pronounce their last name, I will butcher it. These two brothers are the ones who actually run the entire Glitch company. Now considering the fact that they directed Meta Runners and then made the ending very melancholy, I wouldn't be surprised if they just allowed Liam Vickers to make at least a very melancholy ending. Moving on to the next piece of evidence, Glitch Productions won't kill off N, considering that would anger the entire Murder Drones fandom. Now I've seen even in my own videos in the comments that people expressing how they would feel really sad or just really angry at Glitch Productions if N were to die in episode 8 of Murder Drones. Now I wouldn't be surprised if Glitch Productions is trying to do everything in their power not to anger the fans again, considering that the last time it happened it almost torn apart the entire community. Although I haven't really seen this in my comment section or anywhere on YouTube, I can definitely tell that some people would get really mad if N were to die in episode 8. Now if you think people are stupid for getting mad at Glitch Productions if they kill off N in episode 8, you are absolutely correct. Judging a show on whether a character should have been killed or not just purely on how much of an emotional connection you had to that character is obviously not a really good way to criticize a show or episode. There is a difference between you getting mad that N died because he was your favorite character and you're getting mad that N died considering that his death was a very bad scene. Now if Glitch Productions does listen to the fans and gets peer pressure in the making N live, I will be extremely disappointed. Now I for one am a strong believer that companies should listen to their fans a lot more often than they normally do, considering that fans most likely know exactly what they want. However, this is a unique situation where Glitch Productions should not always listen to the fans. If N just ends up living through the finale of Murder Drones just because Glitch Productions wanted to make the fans happy, and if this isn't really a good way to end Murder Drones and just completely butchers the episode, I will be extremely mad and make a video about it, because that's what I can do. This actually leads very nicely into my own thoughts on why I think N is doomed to die in episode 8 of Murder Drones. I personally think it is one of, if not the best thing that N's character could do. The impact it would leave on the show and characters in the show, along with us as an audience, would be very impactful. Because he is such a liked and well-known character in the fandom, it will probably be a very emotional scene for a lot of people in the community. Also, the cool ripples effects this could have on Uzi's character would be really cool to see on screen. So to summarize, to make this video 8 minutes long, I think N is going to die in episode 8 of Murder Drones for two main reasons, one of them being that he is a very liked and well-known character, meaning that his sacrifice scene will be a very emotional scene for the rest of the audience or fandom or community, and two being that if N were to die, it would leave a lot of character development for a lot of the characters in the show, especially Uzi, considering that they are in a relationship. There is a lot of evidence to support the fact that N will die in episode 8, and all the evidence against it is very sloppy and not really strong. Nevertheless, we can only truly see if N is going to die in episode 8 of Murder Drones when the actual episode comes out. And no doubt I will definitely be making more videos about Murder Drones once the finale does come out, so subscribe to help out the channel and to stay posted for those. Like the video if you actually liked it, comment down below anything I missed, stay tuned, and I'll see you next time.